The Outsiders tells the story of two teen gangs in Oklahoma, the Greasers versus the Sox. 17-year-old Essie Henton used a pen name to write it at 17 and saw it become a school staple. The film adaptation was a major critical success in its day and a financial one, and it remains a cult classic. The film is 40 years old. Keep watching to learn more about the Outsiders cast from then and now. C. Thomas Howell. This accomplished young actor made his debut with 1982's E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Playing Ponyboy Curtis, the lead in The Outsiders was his breakthrough role. He earned a Young Artist Award for his work. He starred in cult classic films like Red Dawn and The Hitcher, and shows like Southland and Criminal Minds. He was even considered for the part of Marty McFly in Back to the Future. He dated Kyle Richards, but married Ray Dong Chong in 1989. They divorced a year later. He married Sylvie Anderson in 1992, but they divorced in 2016. Tommy is set to appear in 2023's Reagan, a biopic of the 40th President of the United States. He also plays music and is touring in Nashville in a show called Backstage with Tommy Howell and Friends. Matt Dillon. Matt made his debut in 1979's Over the Edge. It earned him several other parts in comedies, such as Little Darlings and My Bodyguard. Francis Ford Coppola directed him as Dallas Dally Winston in The Outsiders. He appeared in other adaptations of S.E. Hinton's novels. His other credits include There's Something About Mary, The House That Jack Built, Wild Things, and You, Me, and Dupree. Matt was nominated for an Academy Award for 2005's Crash. His directorial debut, 2000's City of Ghosts, was equally successful. He won an Independent Spirit Award and Oscar and Golden Globe nominations. He's even a Grammy nominee thanks to his narration of Jack Kerouac's book On the Road. One of his most recent credits was 2022's American Dreamer. In 2023, he's appearing in Apple TV films and series like Asteroid City and High Desert. Ralph Macchio. Like many other students, Ralph had to read The Outsiders in 7th grade English. It was the first book he ever finished cover to cover, and he was immediately connected to it. He was particularly drawn to the character of Johnny. He felt that the descriptions in the book matched how he looked, with puppy dog eyes, dark hair, and a small body. The one thing he didn't connect to was Johnny's backstory of growing nervous after coming from a home with an alcoholic mother and abusive father. Ralph's true breakout role was in 1984's Karate Kid. He got to reprise the role in 2018's Cobra Kai. He's also been in shows like Ugly Betty and 8 is Enough, and films like My Cousin Vinny and Crossroads. Ralph even got the opportunity to use his athleticism to compete in Season 12 of Dancing with the Stars in 2011. He partnered with professional dancer Karina Smirnoff and came in 4th. He has a daughter, Julia, and a son, Daniel, with his wife, Phyllis Fierro. He's focusing on them and his love of theater. He'll appear in the 6th and final season of Cobra Kai next year, calling it, quote, the biggest and baddest yet. Patrick Swayze. Patrick played Daryl Derry Curtis. He was the oldest brother of the family who took on the responsibility of raising them. Patrick had no shortage of success after The Outsiders. He earned a Golden Globe for his performance in 1987's Dirty Dancing, endeared himself to the public with 1990's Ghost, became an action star with 91's Point Break, and earned a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 97. His final credits were in 2009 with the film Powder Blue and the series The Beast. He died of pancreatic cancer at age 57 on September 14, 2009. He's survived by his wife, Lisa Niemi. Paramount released a documentary about his life in 2019 called I Am Patrick Swayze. Rob Lowe. Rob played Soda Pop Curtis. He remembers the way the director helped them get into character while filming. He made them spend the night with actual greasers. They had dinner together and learned from each other. The film was an integral part of his childhood. He had his 18th birthday on set and never left for college, deciding to get as many roles as he could instead. He earned a Golden Globe Award that same year for the TV movie Thursday's Child. That was followed up by several other successful films like Oxford Blues, St. Elmo's Fire, About Last Night, and Square Dance. It made him a part of Hollywood's Brat Pack. Comedies like Wayne's World and Tommy Boy got him more recognition. He even got to rejoin co-star Patrick Swayze in 1986's Youngblood. He was also on TV's The West Wing from 1999 to 2003. Rob's successful career was never free from scandals, such as sex tapes and struggles with sobriety. Joining 911 Lone Star in 2020 began his comeback. His next projects include the Netflix comedy Unstable, where he'll join his son, John Owen Lowe. He has a podcast called Literally with with Rob Lowe, where he interviews fellow celebrities and friends. Major fans can listen to it or read one of his books, such as Stories I Only Tell My Friends, an autobiography. Emilio Estevez. Emilio played Two-Bit Matthews. As the son of Martin Sheen, he made his film debut in The Custody of Strangers. That led to other roles in 80s movies like Repo Man and The Breakfast Club. He was another member of the Brat Pack and a co-star with Rob in St. Elmo's Fire. Emilio appeared as Coach Bombay in 3 Mighty Ducks movies and the Disney Plus series The Mighty Ducks Game Changers in 2021. He remains fond of the role, saying he wishes he had a coach like him. He's also talented behind the camera as a writer and director. He's been recognized for his work on projects like Bobby and The Way. He plans to direct, write, and star in the latest installment of the Young Guns series called Guns 3 alias Billy the Kid. Tom Cruise. Tom's part as Steve Randall was only a small note in his massive career. It was also the beginning of his famous tendency to do his own stunts. Yep, he did that backflip himself. His film debut was in 1981's Taps. He followed that up with major hits, including Risky Business, Top Gun, and Rain Man. By the time he was 24, he was a major name. He earned Oscar nominations for Born on the 4th of July, Jerry Maguire, and Magnolia, and the Mission Impossible franchise is worth billions. Tom's major star power means that his personal life is a favorite source of headlines. They focused primarily on his connection to the Church of Scientology. They've also mentioned his 3 marriages to Mimi Rogers, Nicole Kidman, and Katie Holmes. He has a daughter with Nicole and 2 adopted children, Isabella and Connor. Sequels can be risky, but Top Gun Maverick in 2022 was his biggest box office success to date and earned him multiple Oscar nominations. He's set to try to continue the trend with Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. He also recently earned a Career Achievement Award at the 42nd Annual Producers Guild of America. Diane Lane. Diane made her film debut as an actress in 1979's A Little Romance at age 14. She went on to play Sherry Valance in The Outsiders. Her career continued to rise from there. She earned an Emmy nomination for the miniseries Lonesome Dove and an Oscar nomination for 2002's Unfaithful. She has a long list of credits beyond that, including My New Gun and A Walk on the Moon. She was married to Christopher Lambert from 1988 to 94 and Josh Brolin from 2004 to 2013. She has a daughter named Eleanor. She'll appear in 2 seasons of the series Feud, Capote's Women, and the Netflix miniseries A Man in Full. Now it's time to hear from you. Who is your favorite character in The Outsiders? Let us know in the comments section below.